Okay, what we're going to talk about is how you can build a world-class home business and earn big, also known as how to get paid in the largest industry on the planet, fire your boss, and travel the world for pennies on the dollars. And I'd like to give a shout out to Ken and Cynthia. They're working with me through my technical difficulties here on my computers, which is very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. My name is Carlton Lewis. I am a certified travel specialist with YTB and Pro Travel Network. And I want to know, do any of these relate to you? Do you see your friends taking exotic vacations, coming back with exciting stories, but you think you could never afford something like that? You want to build a home-based business in your spare time that can generate lifetime residual income for your family, but you don't know how to get started? What if you had a proven way to earn an extra $1,200 within the next 30 days and then $2,000 to $12,000 per month residually in your own business? It would radically change your life. Well, I want to deliver some value to you today. So if you're on Facebook, get off of Facebook, get off of Twitter, Instagram, put your cell phone on silent. I want to deliver some value to you, and I want you to make sure that I have your full attention so that you can hear everything that I'm going to tell you about today. So my official promise to you is going to be to promise to share with you the exact opportunity that has allowed me to position myself to get a portion of the $8.1 trillion travel industry, learn cutting edge training on how to succeed in business, over years, and become a certified travel specialist so you can achieve these same results or better. I promise by the end of this webinar to allow you to be able to take advantage of this extremely undervalued opportunity, and you can immediately begin to enjoy all the benefits of becoming a business owner. I promise to show you how this strategy would allow you to generate money now, monthly, and in the future by using multiple streams of income. And finally, I promise to show you how to get more fun out of life and the ability to provide yourself and your family with everything you want out of life for you and them, and the peace of mind that comes with it. Is that a bold promise? Yes, and I will keep it. So let's get into it. Who am I? My name is Carlton Lewis. I'm a serial entrepreneur, business coach, certified travel specialist. I'm an Atlanta, Georgia native. I've been online since 1995. I know if you're on this line, you probably remember America Online when they had dial-up. So I've been online since then. I got my first email address then. I earned a real estate license in 1996, and I did okay. I bought and sold a few houses there. Still had a lot to learn. I was pretty young when I did that, and I didn't know anything about building and operating a business and systemizing a business. I started a hip hop record label in that same year with a group of friends, and we did pretty good in that business as well. We ended up performing at the legendary Apollo Theater. And that was fun. Got booed by the Sandman. That was a whole different experience. I also earned a bachelor's degree in business administration so I could learn how to run these businesses. And I did that shortly after the year 2000. And I'm also a family man. And that brings me to my why. This is my family here. That's Anna and Kalia. And that's me. That's us having a picnic out at Stone Mountain National Park. And this is my other daughter, Najaria. And this is my why. This is my why I get up every day and do the things that I do, and why am I talking to you today on this webinar. As a matter of fact, my oldest daughter, Najaria, she has diabetes type 1, so she has to take insulin. And, you know, insurance is not cheap, not by any means. So this is part of the why I'm actually getting out here every day, waking up every day, doing videos and doing webinars like this to train people. All right. That is Juliet St. John. She's the top income earner of YTB, Your Travel Biz. And this is the day I actually joined YTB. I was actually listening to her story, and she talked about how she had been living in her car and eating off the dollar menu of McDonald's. And as a matter of fact, you know, when that day I went to this seminar, I was actually living out of my car and eating at McDonald's. So it really resonated with me. Her story, and I have a few more testimonials as we get further along into the presentation. That is Dr. Chris Coakley. He's actually the founder of Pro Travel Network, PTN, which is a company that's a subsidiary of YTB. And he's one of my mentors. I love his mindset, and you got to have a certain kind of mindset to be in this business and be successful. And here is the Two Giants Tour. And this is a business where you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. This is the team of Spirit of Team Vision, which is Lucretia Daniels' team. Lucretia is my director. This is her right here. And that's me in the back. I'm one of the tallest guys in the picture. We had a really good time. The founder of YTB came down. Scott Toomer, one of the co-founders, he came down and poured a lot of information on us. And so did Chris Coakley. That's why they call it the Two Giants. And they gave us a lot of tips on how to be successful in business and how to have the right mindset to be successful in business. Here is my certification for Pro Travel Network, just to let you know that I am a real person and doing what I say. And I've gone through some training to become certified. Here's one of my specialist certificates for the Cayman Islands. I became a Cayman Islands specialist through Pro Travel Network, and that will entitle me to get some perks later in the future. I've also become a Barbados specialist with Pro Travel Network as well. So there's really, if you want to develop a big travel business and learn how to book travel, you can do this right here with this beautiful opportunity I'm getting ready to present to you in the future. Here's a cruise. I booked some rooms. I learned some training from YTB and Carnival. They partnered together earlier, well, toward the end of last year in November, and they ran a contest of whoever completed the training within a month's time. They actually got a drawing to go on a free cruise, which was nice. So I learned how to book cruise and make flyers and things of that nature. And I actually booked some rooms with Carnival for a trip that I was planning on July the 11th of this year. So testimonials. And before we get into testimonials, I want to make sure I'm still online with everybody and make sure my Hangouts is still going. Sounds like I got some volume, so that's good. Ken and Cynthia, can you all still hear me? Okay, my chat box is doing some funky stuff, but I'm going to keep going. Let's go ahead and get through the testimonials. Like I said, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So here's a few testimonials. As a former bank loan officer working 14-hour days, 7 days a week, I was frustrated and so time broke, had no time for family, friends, or myself. When I found YTB, I saw an opportunity to make a wildly substantial income, have fun, and travel to all the exotic places I've only dreamed of. That's Lucretia Daniels, who is my upline director here in Atlanta. The next testimony, this is from Juliet St. John, a young lady who I was on the picture with, the top income earner in YTB. And listen to what she says. When I started YTB, I was literally living in my car and showering at truck stops. I was working, but couldn't earn enough as a single mom to take care of my 2 kids. Then in 2004, I discovered this business and now live a lifestyle people couldn't even imagine. This company can change everything. And when I say that's a real testimonial, this lady went from living in her car to being paid over $8 million in commissions. She bought an island in Costa Rica, And toward the end of last year, she just came from the Himalaya mountains, climbing Mount Everest. I mean, how many people can say that? And this business can really change your life. After retiring as the owner of a successful auto body repair company for 25 years, the last thing I was looking for was to go back into business. When the YTB opportunity was presented to me, it was simple. Show people how to use the internet to book their travel and get paid. That was a no-brainer. Lead them. After being leveraged by working in corporate America for over 30 years, I found myself retiring and facing the rest of my life on a fixed income. I was introduced to YTB as a grandmother of 12 and a great-grandmother of 3, I am now living the dream. I have traveled the globe and given my grandchildren the opportunity to travel the world. That is Arlene Thompson out of Arizona. So YTB, let me check the feed here just to make sure I'm still transmitting. Okay. Looks good on my end so far. Let's see here. All right. Let's go. So YTB, what is it? It stands for Your Travel Business. And some of us call it Your True Blessing because it blesses not only you, but your family, friends, and business partners as well. We've been in business for 15 years. This is our 15-year anniversary. We're going to have a big blowout in Virginia in the late spring, which is going to be phenomenal. And out of 30,000 network marketing companies that have come and gone, there are only about 30 that have stayed in business over 15 years, and YTB is one of them, and I'm proud to be able to say that and to tell you that. Everyone can agree. We all need more money, more time, more freedom, more choices. So who are you? Are you a baby boomers? Let's see a shout out to all the baby boomers born between 1945 and 1964, approaching retirement, and you have concerns about, like, have you saved enough? And what is the quality of life after you finish work? How is that going to be with Social Security being cut down or running out, and you're getting paid 40% of what you earned during your working years? Maybe you're like me, a Generation X, born between 1964 and 1985, at the height of your earning potential and frustrated by lack of advancement. And you have kids getting to the point where they're getting ready to go to college, and you're thinking about their education. And the uncertain investment landscape is looming out there, so you don't really know where to place your money. Maybe you're a millennial born after 1985 with student loan debt and a bleak job outlook. You have a lack of career progress, hard to get in at companies. You may start at a job, or you may have to take a job at McDonald's and work your way up to be a manager, or work in a field that your degree is not in. If you're a millennial, there's all kind of global competition right now. People are outsourcing jobs. There are no benefits on the jobs, and if you do find work, it's usually part-time work or shift work. So what are your options? You can always try to work overtime or get a second job, but sometimes the overtime is not available, and you're already generally too busy to actually do a second job. What about going back to school? Well, we just talked about the millennials, and education is no guarantee. It's great to have more education, but it's not a guarantee that you're going to get a job, and it's expensive and time consuming. What about investing in the stock market? Well, the stock market is risky. You can put some of your money in the stock market or all of it, and you can lose it in a day. It happens, and it takes money to make money in the stock market. Well, we recommend starting a business. That's the best option. But what kind of business? What about a franchise? What about McDonald's? McDonald's is a really popular business that offers franchises, but to start a McDonald's, you need $1 million cash. Now, I don't know too many people that have that kind of money just laying around, but that's not really a viable option to start a franchise and continue to pay franchise fees. That can drain your pockets pretty fast. But we have a better way at YTB. it's a home-based business. You have your own home-based business. You can work at home. You can start part-time. You can leverage social media. There's no experience required, and you can earn $1,200 this month. And I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit later on, so stay with me. You have $10,000 monthly potential earnings that you can make. All right. When I talk to you about the directors and how their package is set up, you're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. All right. And there are other benefits, including the monthly bonuses and a luxury car program. We just had several directors get brand new Dodge Challengers, and some of them already have cars like Land Rovers and Mercedes. So, you know, this company rewards you for doing good, big rewards. And we're expanding. So how do you grow? How do you make money owning your own travel business? Well, one way is to help other people start their own travel businesses. And you make money when you show them how to get paid when they book travel on their own website. They book travel for other people, and they also can earn money by referring customers to travel experts. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later too. YTB is not a discount service. So a lot of people have that misconception. We offer competitive rates. Our rates are competitive with companies like Expedia and Travelocity. And there's also no training or experience required to get started in this business. You can actually get started today, and I'm going to tell you how. So let's get started. How do you grow your business? Once you start this, once you get a travel business, how do you grow it? It's called Power Team. Once you make your first 3 sales with your mentor, in the first 30 days, you move into a Power Team promotion. That means you're qualified for overrides and residuals made by anybody that you bring into the business. All right. So you get paid off of what somebody else has done, does. And once you have 7 Power Team sales, that means you combine with the other people in your team. Once you have 7 Power Team sales, you get your first bonus, which is $1,000. So every time you put 7 people into the business, you get $1,000. That is one of the best bonuses out there in network marketing. So you earn up to $1,200 your first 30 days. Okay, you can do that. People are doing it, and you keep building, build it up to 30 active Power Team sales. And once you hit 30 active Power Team sales, you go into what's called the Coach's Corner promotion. And Coach's Corner is named after Coach Lloyd Toomer, who is also one of the founders of the business. That's Scott's father. I talked about Scott earlier. And at this point, you've earned about $5,000. And that includes additional overrides and residuals. So your money is growing. You basically got a raise. And many people accomplish this in 60 to 90 days. So wow, look at this. How about a $10,000 bonus for having 100 active Power Team sales? And this is not you going out and selling 100. This is your whole team combined going out and selling 100 Power Team sales. So you get a $10,000 bonus for doing that. And at this point in your YTB career, once you've made that 100 Power Team sales, you've made about $25,000 minimum. And you start overriding sales from your team because your team is starting to grow. You got a team of representatives. You're starting to grow. So your business is growing. And you get another position. You go from Coach's Corner to a regional leader. So you get additional overrides and residuals. As you continue to build your business, you get to the director level. And the director level is where it really gets sweet, because there's an executive benefits package. You get insurance reimbursements and a monthly bonus, $2,000 to $12,000 per month, every month. And YTB hasn't failed to pay people their monthly bonuses in the 15 years they've been in existence. And like I said before, you also get a luxury car. Jaguar, Mercedes, like I said, about 7 or 8 people just got Dodge Challengers in the month of December, which is awesome. And these are cars that you get to drive. You don't have to pay for these cars. The company pays for the car. All you got to do is put gas in it and put insurance on the car and drive it. And there's also one more thing that's not on this slide, that YTB gives out, and that's $1 million bonus. Once you reach a level 5 director, there's $1 million bonus, and YTB has paid out 6 of these $1 million bonuses. And there's no other company in network marketing that has paid out $1 million bonuses. All right. This is better than the lottery. A lot of people try to scratch off tickets to get lottery. You got a better chance of working this business and learning this business and growing your business and getting $1 million than you do with scratching off a ticket or playing monthly numbers. All right. So let's talk about the product. The product is travel. Everyone travels. People travel for vacations, weekend getaways. Businesses frequently have travel retreats and family reunions. And travel is an $8.1 trillion annual business every year, not just one time. Every year, travel earns $8.1 trillion, and that dwarfs the closest business to it. So this is the largest industry on the planet. What are some of the trends in travel? Well, in the year 2000, the online trend began, and less than 1% of people were booking their travel online. In 2012, that number grew to 40%. So how about a 40%, a 39% increase of people using the internet to book on travel? And if you look on here, this is what your website would look like at the bottom here, where it says search cars. So you can choose hotels, cars, flights, cruises, packages. You know, your customers can choose all of this, or you can book the travel on your own site and get paid for that. Your store name, your travel store name will be here, and your logo or your picture will be here. This site is branded to you. It is your travel business. All right, here's some more trends. Travel agents are back in demand as of January 2014 in USA Today. And they say 59% of millennials say vacations are better when using a travel agent. People want someone that knows what they're doing when they're booking travel, especially when they're spending, you know, thousands of dollars on a trip. What are some of the benefits of being a travel agent? Well, you get paid up to 80% of the commission that's paid out to YTB as a whole. You get paid on your personal travel, you get paid off of other people's travel, and you get paid when you refer your customer to a travel professional. And that's something we have set up with the Pro Travel Network, which is awesome. So you refer the person to Pro Travel Network, and you'll earn 50% of what you would have made if you did 100% of the work, because they're going to do all of the work. You get to travel as an agent, travel as an insider, which is lovely. We just had a bunch of directors and leaders in our company go to Punta Cana this past weekend, and it was wonderful. You can go to my Facebook profile, Carlton Lewis, and see all of the pictures and all the fun that the people had. They had a lot of fun, and they were actually having a big celebration. It was one of the founders' birthday as well. So you get to travel as an agent, travel as an insider. What about the tax benefits? You get tax benefits of a home-based business. You can write off a lot of things in your business when you have a home-based business. Now, I'm not a tax professional. You should definitely seek out a tax professional, someone that specializes in home business and small businesses, and they can help you save a lot of money on your taxes. There's no inventory or no quotas, but you do have access to billions of dollars worth of inventory to sell. You have access to rental cars, cruises, cruise lines, hotels, river cruises. It's ridiculous. So, and there's no experience needed. Once again, you can start this business today. It's the perfect home business. Why? Because it's convenient. This business, your website is up 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your website is up. You just drive people to your website. It's flexible. You get to choose when you want to work your business. You want to be active in your business. It's social. Social media helps us promote our business. A lot of people that are on this webinar came from social media. It's profitable. There's no ceiling to how much money you can make in this business. You definitely can become financially free by booking travel and also building a large sales force. There's 2 different ways you can earn money, and there are actually 11 different income streams in this business. All right. and it's in demand. Travel is in demand. I just showed you it's a 39% increase from the year 2000. So this means the business is growing. People are not going to stop traveling. Travel is going to be here to stay. Now, the experts agree. According to the USA Today, almost 96% of all adults ages 25 to 44 want their own business. Home-based business is the best tax strategy ever. I just talked to you about that. And forget the paycheck. Your W-2 days are over. It's a 1099 world now. I didn't make any of this up. So what's the cost? What does it cost to get into the travel business? Barry Diller, billionaire Barry Diller, bought Expedia for $5.1 billion. And he's made his money back and then some by buying Expedia. He also has franchises, the Expedia cruise ship centers. It's $180,000 to buy in. And we just talked about buying a McDonald's franchise and how much money it takes to lay out front to buy one of these franchises. This cruise ship centers is the same way. What about American Express? They have the cruise planners. And for a cool $9,995, you can get your own cruise planners franchise with American Express. Now, that's still a big buy-in. So how much do you think it will cost to start your business today with YTB? For only $349, you can start your own travel business with YTB Travel Network and Pro Travel Network, the power of those two combined. And there's a monthly overhead of $59.95. But you see this little badge over here to the right-hand side that says 3 and free. When you bring 3 people and you teach them how to get their own travel business, you sell them a travel business, your $59.95 fee is waived. As long as you have 3 active people that you have sold businesses to, that fee goes away. All right. So you have no overheads. It's basically like you got a free business. So why now? Why you? Why not you is a better question that you should really actually be asking yourself. We are in a recession. Business Week says people are rethinking the economy and waking up to a recession. And Time Magazine put on their cover, what recovery? If you look at the economy, things are still expensive. Things are not getting cheaper. The gas may have gotten cheaper just for a little while, but it'll go back up. And just keep your eyes on it. You must change the way you think. You must change the way you think. See, broke can be fixed. Poor is a state of mind. And this is one of my favorite slides in this whole presentation. I'll say that again. Broke can be fixed. Poor is a state of mind. 90% of the population is controlled by old paradigm, old ways of thinking. If you think about, there's a jingle. You probably could finish it for me. To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That was McDonald's back in the day. And there are a lot of us that still remember that jingle and still have it in their mind. What about, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. People still have that jingle in their mind too. So we got to get rid of this old thinking, because see, we don't think for ourselves. We're programmed a lot. So we have to get it to the point where we start thinking for ourselves and doing for ourselves and directing for ourselves. Okay. And most people are the product of someone else's thinking. Most people are the product of someone else's thinking. So what we need to do is learn how successful people work. Successful people don't work. They don't swap time for dollars. They create things. They create things. Look, it says, get paid without a job, boss, or schedule. That's on the cover of Home Business Connection and Business Week. How this kid made $60 million in 18 months. I can assure you he didn't go to anybody's job and clock in for 40 hours for 40 years to get that kind of money. All right, let's keep it moving. What's the difference? The 95% that retire broke, they spend time entertaining themselves by watching TV shows and entertain themselves playing video games, They stop learning after school. So once their grade school or college is done, they stop learning. They don't continue to educate themselves. And they take advice from broke family and friends. How can someone that's broke tell you how to be wealthy? Someone that's broke cannot tell you how to be wealthy. Only a wealthy person can tell you how to be wealthy. What about the 5% that retire wealthy? They educate themselves. They continue learning through books, mentors, and seminars. And they never take the advice of broke people. Let's keep going. How does that 5% become wealthy? Well, 1% of that that total number become wealthy by the lottery. We talked about the lottery. So you got a 1% chance of becoming wealthy if you got a lottery ticket. What about if you're an athlete or a professional entertainer? You got a 4% chance of becoming wealthy in America. Some people get wealthy by inheritance. Somebody leaves them money, but in that case, you got a 5% chance of somebody leaving you money and you becoming wealthy. What about if you're a super salesman? You could be a super salesman that can sell anything. You can sell ice to an Eskimo, water to a well. You might be that person. You have a 10% chance of becoming wealthy in America. What about if you're a CEO of your own company or a CEO of a big company like American Express, or a doctor or a lawyer with your own practice? You have a 10% chance of becoming wealthy in America. But look at that number. The biggest number on the slide is 70%. You have a 70% chance of becoming wealthy if you are an entrepreneur. That means you have your own business. I love that word, entrepreneur. If you show me one person that made it, and I know I can do it too. I really feel like that. You show me this one person over here, you show me that person became successful, that means I can do it too, because I'm a human just like that person, and so are you. And if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. That comes from billionaire Richard Branson. Take advice from wealthy people. This guy's extremely wealthy. He's a billionaire. All right. And I learned something the other day. Say yes, tell the world about it, and then figure out how to do it. And that's exactly what I did when I joined YTB. So it's decision time now. You can make a decision on this business. You can say yes and get started today, or you can say no and go back to the same life that you've been living. Think about it. If you keep on doing the same thing you've always been doing, you're going to continue to get the same thing you've always gotten. So before we get into these testimonials, let me check and make sure I still got my people on the line here. So with the internet, you really never know. Okay. All right, it's still going. We're still going. I can see the lights light up on my side, which is awesome. So let's keep going. The testimonials. Before YTB, I was an entrepreneur in the music entertainment industry and spent more money than I made. With huge dreams of a family, financial freedom, and success, I realized YTB was a unique part-time opportunity to enhance all my dreams, but also create time and financial freedom and a foundation for future generations. That's from Malcolm D. Alexander, who just came from Punta Cana. And how about Nakia Muhammad, who was also there in the Dominican Republic? I was a traditional business owner in the real estate industry, spending countless hours a week working and very little time with my wife and children. I'm now afforded the luxury of working from home. I'm a husband and a father first, then a business owner. I'm now traveling the world and helping to change thousands of lives. You hear what he's saying? He's changing thousands of lives. This could be you. Why not you? How about this one? I lived in Hawaii for about 20 years and worked in the TV industry. The reason I joined YTB was because I have always loved traveling. I saw an opportunity to become a travel agent and enjoy some of the great benefits. I have been with YTB for 11 years and it has changed our lives in a very positive way. Now, I told you YTB has been in existence for 15 years. Mr. Nicholson has been here for 11. How about Miss Jenny and Bill Sharpless? Working as a church administrator for 10 years, specializing in congregational care, I love people. YTB helps me continue that ministry by showing others how to have fun, while enhancing their lifestyle and financial status. The reward is helping others do the same. Each one teach one. So here's what you get for your $349. And I want to talk about value, because even though we say the price is $349, it's not a $349 business when you think about all that you get. Okay, and this is just a rough estimate. You get 2 booking engines. That means you get 2 websites. You get your YTB website that you saw a little clip of, and you get a Pro Travel Network website as well. So you can drive people to both of those websites and generate income from those websites. You get to travel as an insider. You get to travel as an insider. I'm getting ready to show you how you can travel for pennies on the dollar. And when you see this, is really going to blow your mind as a travel agent. And you also get a check back too for taking these trips, so which is lovely. Tax benefits. We talk about a $6,000 plus value, $6,000 plus value. What about world-class training? These are low estimates. I just put numbers out there. These are low estimate. $2,000 value for this world-class training that you're going to get, learning how to book travel better. This Pro Travel Network has awesome training on how to book travel, how to increase the value and the bookings that you make. What about the weekly leadership calls? Most of the directors have leadership calls every week, and they give you mindset information and training information, upcoming updates and things of that nature that you need to be abreast of. Like I said, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And then I talked to you about the monthly bonuses. When you get to the director level, you get $2,000 to $12,000 per month. And then you have, you get your own company car. I told you about that. $25,000 value. I mean, where else can you go to get this kind of stuff? And you get medical reimbursement. And I just put a low number on that. You get medical insurance reimbursement. Who is doing this for their people? What job do you know that has all of these things? And let's keep on going down to the bottom. You have a team of leaders that are financially motivated to making sure that you succeed. So they don't get paid unless you're getting paid. How is that? So that's wonderful. That's a priceless bonus, because they're going to tell you how to get paid. They're going to help you get paid. And what about financial freedom? What would your life look like if you were not in the rat race? If you have, living hand to foot, check to check every week, and check to check, we know that's the most dangerous mind state to have. But what if you were financially free? You couldn't put a dollar amount on being financially free. And what about more time with your family? That is priceless. That is priceless. That is priceless. That is priceless. When you work 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week sometimes on a job, most people want more time with their family. So I promised you I would tell you how to travel for pennies on the dollar. Before I get under that, let me check my connection and make sure we're live and make sure I'm not just babbling. All right, so let's go. We're looking good. And if you can hear me, say yes if you like what I'm saying so far. Let me get a yes in the chat room. All right, let's go. So traveling for pennies on the dollar. When you become a travel agent, they have what's called familiarization trips or FAM trips. And what these are is that suppliers they get together and they offer special discounts and promotions for you as the travel agent to come visit their property or their boat or whatever. You get to come and visit their property because they want you to go back and tell your customers about the benefits of doing business with them. So let's look at a Tahiti fam trip. All right, and that's beautiful, beautiful blue water. I like to consider myself as a blue water specialist because I love blue water like that. Look at the Tahiti specialist program. You become take some classes and learn how to become a specialist about the country of Tahiti. Here's a package they put together: 1 week in Tahiti with round trip airfare, 5 nights in a 5-star all-inclusive resort, the welcome and farewell cocktail parties, taxes and service charges. The retail price of that is over $3,000. But if you're a YTB travel agent, people have taken this trip for $599. Now that includes air. All right, this is real. Some people have actually taken these type of trips. That's a 79% savings. And look at that. This is the islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. You don't have to worry about anybody driving up to your house, knocking on your door, or any of that. You're out in the middle of the ocean. All right, in a little bungalow with a little umbrella, which is great. This is insane. All right. There's a shot of the tub and the bed, but this next couple of shots, I really want you to see the glass bottom floor. Look at that. You can sit in your bungalow and watch fish swim up under your feet for $599. That's insane, trips like that. All right, let's keep it moving. What about Paris, France, the city of love? A lot of people, when you ask them where you want to go, I want to go to Paris. And we just had some people go to Paris on a familiarization trip, a fam trip. So let's say if you went to Paris, spent the weekend in Paris, 4 days, round trip air from New York to Paris, 3 nights in a centrally located 3-star hotel, continental breakfast, welcome dinner, transfers and sightseeing throughout, services of an escort or host, including your taxes and service charges. Retail price would be over $1,800. For you, the travel agent rate is $499. That's a 74% savings. This is real. All right. What about China? I know I want to see the Great Wall, but I'm a YTV agent and I love it, and I'm looking for a fam trip. So they have some fam trips online that you can take and pay for. You get to go to China for 9 days, which includes sightseeing, including the Great Wall, the Forbidden City, the Royal Summer Palace, Tiananmen Square, including round trip airfare from Los Angeles, airfare from Beijing to Shanghai, 7 nights and a 4 or 5-star accommodation and 13 meals, all tours and transfer with an English speaking guide. The retail price is over $1,700. The customer price that you could get for your customers, your YTB customers, say you sent them on a trip, you would can get this trip for them for a little bit over $1,300 and make about $400, a little bit over $400 per couple. Sounds good, right? But if you went yourself as the travel agent, you would spend $999 per person. That is insane to go halfway across the world, including your flight. Love it. 57% savings. What about Hawaii? Hawaii is also a romantic place. A lot of people want to get married in Hawaii. They want to just take a vacation to Hawaii. I know I have one of my dreams is to stand on the edge of a volcano and watch the sunrise in Hawaii. So let's say I decided to do that, and I found a fam trip for Hawaii, 4 days, 3 nights, airfare from Los Angeles, LAX airport, accommodations in a first-class hotel. The retail price is going to be over $1,000. The YTB travel agent price, $625. That's a 38% savings. You are traveling for pennies on the dollar with YTB and your own travel business. What about New York? New York is just, it's a not that long of a drive. But what if you didn't want to drive? What if you just want to go there for, I don't know, for New Year's Eve and watch the ball drop or something like that? How about 4 days round trip air from Atlanta, which is where I live, 4 nights at a 5-star hotel in Midtown Manhattan, taxes and service charging, a little bit over $1,800. The travel agent rate is $599, $599, 67% savings. You are now traveling for pennies on the dollars. What if I told you you could go on a 12-day Mediterranean cruise, and all you had to do was just take some classes? See, with all these fam trips, you have to take classes. You may have to take a class when you get there to the resort or hotel or the ship. They may have some classes before then. But what if all you had to do was take a class and you can go on this trip? 12-day Mediterranean cruise sailing from Rome to Southampton includes ports in France, Spain, Gibraltar, and Portugal, but also stops in Morocco. The retail price for something like this is almost $2,300, and the YTV travel agent price is free. What? Free. Yes, all you have to do is become a Princess Academy Commodore by completing a 25-hour online course through Princess Academy, and you can go on this trip for free. But you can't do that if you're not a YTV travel agent.